Laser!
Hey guys, Tara here for Destructoid. I am at E3 on the show floor right now, right in front of the Borderlands 2 booth, and I've got Anthony Burch here with me.
Hello.
What's up, dude?
Nothing much.
So you wrote Borderlands 2.
Yep.
Like, you didn't just help write it, you pretty much wrote it, right?
I did about 95% of the writing, yeah. Mikey Newman and Randy Pitchford and Paul Hellquist helped a lot. We did the story together, and I wrote everything else.
That's fucking awesome. I've always been curious, actually, what the process of writing a game is like, especially one like this that's so big and open world. Can you kind of just like give us a brief overview of how all that works? Like, what's the process?
Yeah, no, we basically start with a big plot overview, and then about 6 months later, we're like, this fucking sucks, get rid of all of it. And we redoed it again, and I replaced everything that we had with like a bunch of dick and fart jokes, basically.
Okay.
We have, a game of this size, all the side quests are much more goofy than sort of the main plot because you have the freedom with a game like Borderlands. So it's really a comedy game. Like, we're not the game of slow motion death scenes and violent music and sweeping vistas where, you shoot a midget in the face with a lightning gun and he melts and everybody's happy. So our plot has a lot of big funny moments and big dramatic moments sort of interspersed, and then our side quests just get insane. So it was really, a lot of it comes from the team. Of we have a guy who was like, I really like Top Gun. Can we make an entire quest that's about Top Gun references? I was like, yeah.
Sure.
Why wouldn't
not?
I do that? Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's really just a lot of random nonsense that comes together to hopefully create something that's even greater than some of its parts.
So do they create the environments and everything before you actually start writing, or do they kind of build that around what you
We work together on a lot of that stuff. We sort of knew early on that we wanted Hyperion to be the big bad, so that's why the area you played is in the Hyperion City of Opportunity, and a lot of the art assets and a lot of the stylistic decisions are like, okay, Hyperion's high tech, but Borderlands is a very low-tech, very kit-bash world.
Yeah.
How is that going to look on Pandora? Those decisions happened very early on, and we sort of worked around all that. It's been a very back-and-forth process it's not like, the writer locked himself in a room and never talked to anybody. We've talked with everybody all the time.
It's just totally collaborative?
Yeah.
Did you have any involvement in, any of the art direction and stuff like that?
I'm colorblind and I have no art sense, so I was just like, whatever you think is good is good. Put more dick jokes everywhere, I don't know.
So tell us about Handsome Jack. Like what's he like?
He is a jerk in as many ways as I could possibly make him a jerk. We're huge fans of games that are very villain-centric, your Portals, your System Shock 2s and stuff like that. And the hope with him was to make him a guy who sort of embodies a lot of the themes of Borderlands, which is he's a violent, brutal guy. He's not a good person, but he also is supposed to hopefully make you laugh. And he's going to hopefully be the kind of guy that when he's taunting you, you're like, that guy's a douche, but I'll like him. And by the end of the game, you're like, fuck it, I want to do everything I can to kill this guy.
And he really is handsome. He's quite handsome, I gotta say.
Yeah, Jeremy Cook and Scott Kester to thank for that. They're his plastic surgery-ness and his hinges are awesome.
Yeah, there's something weird about that guy. I don't know what it is. Claptrap, obviously a big part of the game. Did you just what's his role here? Like, is it more than the last game? Or?
Yeah. There's actually, the first game had a bunch of Claptraps. We actually just have the sort of story we have with Claptrap is that Hyperion, after they take over, they kill every Claptrap except for our one Claptrap. So he is with the player on a vengeance quest against Handsome Jack. But since Claptrap is actually basically functionally stupid in every possible way, he thinks he's the main character of the story and he thinks you're his minion. So you'll go through a bunch of adventures with him thinking that he's the hero and you're just his backup, and actually it's the other way around.
Nice, so he has an actual involvement in the storyline and everything. He's not just kind of there to
he'll
lead you
be
around.
with you charging up the hill for all the big moments in the game, and
That's awesome. Anything else you want to add? I'm sure you can't talk about specific quests or missions or anything, but what's your favorite part of the game to write?
Oh God. Really the side quests. There are just a bunch of new characters that I think are just a lot of fun for me to write. There's a new character called Tiny Tina, who is sort of a 13-year-old demolitions expert who thinks that she thinks she's still like a little girl and a princess and likes tea parties, but she's actually just murders everybody. We got a new character called Ellie, sort of Hammerlock. Handsome Jack was a lot of fun to write. I loved writing villains, and especially when they're just mean but sort of funny.
How do you get inspiration for that sort of thing?
I'm
Is
not
it just built off of your own personal rage or something?
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm not a nice, decent person in general. So I'm like, well, all the rage that I built up over my years of high school and college, why don't I just funnel that into a character and then pretend like it's just me being talented when in reality I'm just a poor human being.
So Handsome Jack is just like you, but as a video game villain, pretty much.
Sure.
Sure. Confirmation.
He's like me, but handsome.
Nice. Cool. Well, thank you so much for talking with us, man. It was a pleasure.
Yeah.
You guys should stay tuned. We're going to have more Borderlands 2 coverage coming up, as well as a bunch of other things, both on this channel and on youtube.com/Rev3Games. So make sure you're subscribed. Dude, thank you so much again.
You.
Great job.
Thank you. You too.